on today in this fourth video is twists. So let's get started. As you saw in the previous videos, either use 2 blocks, 2 rolls of paper towel, toilet paper, just something, books, just something that props on the floor to help you be able to touch down a little easier. So we're going to start today by coming into a comfortable seated position, which is Sukhasana. Notice when you come into the seated position, if you have trouble sitting straight up, if you have trouble sitting with a straight spine, you can put a block or a pillow if you're home underneath your seat to sit taller. That way you have a little bit more of an area to root down. And as you inhale, I want you to breathe in and create some space from where you can feel yourself sitting on your block up to the crown of your head. So let's begin here. Just close your eyes. Take a long breath in. Close your eyes and just feel where your body is in space. Feel yourself rooting down and grounding to the floor. Feel your pelvis sinking down equally. And then from there, find that you can grow your spine upward. And with your posture, the crown of your head tall, your sternum reaching upward. And when you exhale out, exhale down and envision exhaling down to the back side of your body as though you're lengthening your tailbone to the ground. So I say to a lot of times to my yoga students, as you inhale to the front side of the body, lifting your navel up towards your rib cage, lift your sternum up, lift the crown of the head up, pause and hold that breath, and then exhale out, down the back side, keeping the posture that you created. Let your eyes open, and inhale and reach both arms up. As you exhale, we're going to twist over to the right. Bring the left hand over to the right thigh, and bring the right hand right behind you, acting like an extra spine. As you are twisting over to the right, and try to keep pressing both sides of your hips down, of your glutes down into the floor. Feel those sitting bones grounding you. And as you breathe in, see if you can create a little bit of soft space in the belly. And breathe upward all the way to the crown of your head. Pause. And as you exhale, just twist and with that space, find a little bit more space to twist up and over. Relax the shoulders down. Try to think of everything from your pelvis to the floor as grounded to the foundation, and anything up and above, create space with the breath that you bring in. Come back center, reach both arms up, and then switch sides. Inhale, lengthen upward. And you want to create space by lengthening up through the bottom of the spine and then start to envision. I know it's like, how do you do that? Well, just kind of create the space in the belly. And like I had said before, space softness from the hips up to the crown of your head. And then rise up with the in-breath in. When the exhale happens, create some space with the twist. Come back center, reach both arms up. Hands to heart center. Reach down and remove the block that's below and come in onto your backs. With both feet on the floor, bring your arms out to the side. And let your knees start to fall to the left as you look to the right. I want you to feel the stretch, the psoas that's going all the way down the side body stretch. So that way when you come into your twists, you will have more availability, more space. Try to think of your body as a lot of ropes and pulleys, and we need to tune the instrument of your body before we continue. And come back center. Now bring your knees together, bring your feet up, and then Bring your knees over to the right and look over the left. Come back center. Bring your knees up and over to the left and look to the right. Now I want to mention here that when I went into my twist, because my body is a little tight right now, so just beginning, my knees are not together. When I went over to the twist, one knee is down and one knee is up. And that all has to do with everything that's going around my SI joint area, around my hips, those muscles. And the tighter they are, the more they're going to pull. So by doing this little bit of tuning of the instrument of our body before we get going, it will create a little bit more space, but we'll touch on that again. Come back center, reach your legs straight up, and then bring your legs all the way over to the left. Hey, Jesse. Come back up, bring your legs all the way over to the right. Yeah. Come all the way back up. Oh, got a little kiss. All the way over to the left. All right, go lay down. Good girl. All the way over. Now this time when you come back up and over to your left side, I want you to take a moment to feel what happens. My legs are hovering. If you need to, you can put your feet on the floor. I want you to notice that your right foot is not on top of the left. Now watch what happens when you take that right foot and you slide it on top of the left. Do you feel a little bit of pulling from your sacrum up and around to your hip? Now I have to watch my SI joints. A lot of times yoga practitioners, sometimes in our twists, we can actually cause a little extra stress. And you're not going to feel it in your practice, but you will feel it once you leave your practice and your body settles down. So you want to go right back to exactly what I tell my students all the time. Find your 80%. So here I switch sides. I'm going to take my left foot. I'm going to push it over on top of my right. And when I did that, I could feel some pulling here. If it is too much, back away. Come back up center. And then bring your knees right into your chest. Little rock and roll. I just want to kind of roll out my sacrum area. My body needs a little help. There we go. Let's rock and roll up to sit. And let's come up to stand today. Come right up to stand. Bring your hands down along your side, coming into mountain pose. And as you close your eyes, I want you to find yourself anchoring down with the feet. And again, with your eyes closed, breathe up the front of your body. Breathe all the way up the front side. Feel the feet push down. Feel your quadriceps turn on. With that, your kneecaps lift. Lift your hip bones up towards your navel. Lift your sternum up. Pause. Roll your shoulders back. When you exhale out, see if you can lengthen your tailbone down. Reach both arms up. I'm facing you, so I'm going to mirror you. Take hold of the right wrist, reach up, and then lean over to the left. And notice when you added that extra stress by taking hold of the wrist, push down on this left foot to keep your hips level. And if you feel any pain, back away from it. Now look underneath that right arm. That's it. Keep pressing down with that right foot. Feel those hip bones rise up. Inhale, back center. Oh, here's the heart. Reach up tall. Switch sides. Grab hold of the left wrist. Reach up and over to the right. Now push down a little bit more with that left foot so it drops that left hip down so your hips are level. Now look underneath that right arm, that left arm. Look underneath that left arm. Roll that left shoulder back a little bit. So you're just kind of churning and open just enough, not too much. Rise and reach tall. Open your arms wide. Open your feet a little wider and swan dive forward. Grab hold of your elbows and just come into a nice little motion. Find yourself just ragdoll, side to side. And slowly roll yourself up. Reach your arms up tall. I'm going to come back to the top of my mat. Hands to heart. I'm going to warm ourselves up with some sun salutations. Sun salutation A, nice and simple. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Step back to high plank. Come to the knees if you need to, remember. Slide forward, elbows pulling back, chest reaching forward, belly in, lower down. Roll your shoulders up and back, pull your elbows back so you feel a little tension pulling you forward. Now turn the toes under, lift a plank and reach back to dog. Inhale onto the toes. Exhale, push through the heels of your hands. Press down through the inside heels of the feet. Look forward to the top of the mat. Let's take a nice little walk so we can open up the backs of our legs. If you have your blocks, use them. Rise up, use your legs to press down and reach tall, hands to heart. Again, reach up. If you want, you can swan dive, feels nice. Bow. Step back to high plank. Come to the knees if you need to, lower down, chaturanga. Roll your shoulders back as you come to cobra. Roll back or rise up into plank and reach back to dog. Inhale in. Exhale out. Now this will be the first time that I've added this, so you can jump forward. So as you look forward, inhale, pull the belly in, exhale, jump and land, and then pull yourself to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Bring your hands to heart center. All right, let's move on to sun salutation B with warriors. Inhale, reach tall. Empty out, fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Bow. Sit low into chair pose. Exhale and bow low. Inhale, pull your body to a halfway lift. Exhale, step back to high plank. Come to the knees if you need to, or a lower chaturanga. Roll your body upward into up dog or cobra. Roll back to down dog. Inhale in. Exhale out. Take a long breath in and reach the right leg high. Long breath out, step the right foot forward next to the pinky. Spin the left foot flat. Rise up, warrior one. Now take that left hand and reach it forward so it helps churn and turn those hips forward. Now keep reaching forward with the right inner thigh. This hand up here is to help remind you to guide your hips up high. Now keep all of that and reach your arms up. Slide it a little deeper. Exhale, bow forward. High plank to low. Come to the knees if you need to. Roll to cobra, or maybe here you roll up to up dog. Pulling your chest forward, rolling your shoulders back. Turn the toes under, roll back to dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, steps to pinky finger. Inhale, warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Take that right hand and scoot it forward. Keep reaching forward so it helps turn your hips forward. The left hand, reach it up to help remind you to lift your hip bones up. Now the more I slide into my left leg, the more I need to ground down in the back leg. Both arms up now. Empty out, high plank to low. Inhale upward. Exhale back to dog. Look forward to the top of your mat. Empty out, jump or walk. Pull your body to a halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose, sit low. Rise tall. Hands to heart. Inhale, reach up tall. Empty out and bow. Come to a halfway lift, but scoot and reach the arms back along your side. Pull your chest forward as you find the duality of reaching the low spine back. Now, sweep the arms up and sit low. Bring both hands forward. You're going to take that left hand and reach it back. Now watch my knees. As soon as my left hand reaches back, you notice my left knee pulls back. Now I want to keep my chest up. And this twist is more in the thoracic spine, but what I want you to find here is, as you are in this pose, watch what happens when you shift that left knee forward. Do you feel too much tension in the back right side? Do you feel too much tension in the right side of your sacrum area, in the back of your hip? If not, just 80%, folks. Don't pull too much. We don't want to pull. You don't want to pay for it later. Okay, that's a long hold. Reach both hands back and switch sides. Now, as soon as my right arm goes back, my right knee goes back. Now, pull my right knee forward a little bit, shift my hips up, and also you want, when you inhale, you want to feel a little softness in your belly. And then you want to lift up from the bottom of the spine to the crown of your head. Exhale, gaze back at your thumb. Look, I'm going to shift my hips back a little bit. There you go. Reach both arms up. Fold. Inhale. And step the left foot back to kneeling lunge. I'm going to bring that foot nice and flat on the floor, and I'm going to stretch my arms up high. And I'm on my knees, so I'm going to slide in nice and deep. Bring both hands forward. I'm going to come up so that I'm a little bit more steady right here. Ankle underneath the knee. And now once again, you're going to take this right hand and you're going to reach it back. Now when I did that, my hip fell down. So what I want to do is I want to take my right hip and slide it down. But I also want to take the femur bone and not only turn on my quadriceps, but pull the femur bone into the hip. Feel that foundation. Lift up. Bring both hands back. Bring your left hand down underneath your shoulder. Now you're going to rise onto those back toes and reach your arm high. Notice if your hips become off kilter, they're not in the same shelf. Lift the left hip up. We'll keep lifting the left hip up so they're even. And then try to keep shoulder above shoulder as you churn and turn open. You are pulling the right hip in. So if you are here and your right hip is scooting out, you are pulling the right hip in. And you'll see that again on the other side. Bring both hands to the floor. And then slowly reach back into a three-leg dog. Reach that right leg high to the sky. Step that right foot forward into Rise up. Nice. And keep reaching forward through that right inner thigh. Keep pressing down. The more I reach forward through that thigh, the more I'm going to press down with the outer edge of that foot. Rise and reach up tall. And now we're going to come into side angle because there is the churning and turning in your rib cage here. So bring the right arm down. And I want you to take your left hand. I want you to put it underneath your ribs. Reach, reach, reach way underneath there. Hold your rib cage. Breathe into your hand. As you exhale, use your hand to guide you open. Pull the right hip back and squeeze it inward. And when you did that, you turn on that back leg really tight. And release that arm up high. Relax the shoulders, squeegee them down your back. Relax the head to your shoulder. Great. Now rise up tall. Bring both toes in. Your toes facing in a little bit gives an extra little rotation of your inner thighs back. And I want you to open your arms wide. I want you to give me that flat back that you do at the top of your mat in between the sun salutations. Pull your heart forward as you pull your hips back. Now, notice that your hips, try to keep your hips as though they're lacing together. Windmill the right hand down underneath your chin. Do not move your hips. Reach the left arm up. Because when the left arm goes up, it's going to graduate, grab, and drag the left hip up. So the more I reach my left arm up, the more I want to push my left hip down. The more I want to pull my hips back, the more I want to pull my sternum forward. And then slowly switch sides. The more I reach up, the more I'm going to pull this right hip in. And I want to make sure that they're level, so lift the left hip up. If it's too much, you want to back away like 80%. Don't pull too much on those pulleys, those ropes and pulleys in your body. And then bring both hands down. Walk your hands back to the top of the mat. I want you to hold on to your blocks and come into standing split. I just want you to bow down. Just have a little extra in here. Lower both feet down. Pull your body to that halfway lift. And then sit to chair pose once more. Good. Once again, now in chair pose. You're going to bring your left arm inside your knees. And my right arm is going to reach up. I want you to give yourself a little squeeze, just in case you don't have a block, right? This works really well. Squeeze your arm. Now my left hip knee is going way forward, so I'm going to pull my right hip forward. That's it, I'm going to pull my hips back, pull the hip creases back. Breathe in and find some space in your belly. Gaze up with the right hand. Lengthen forward through your sternum. As you breathe in, imagine you're breathing to the crown of your head. And hold it. Exhale, twist more. As I twist up, I'm reaching my right hand up, then I'm pressing my right hip down. Oh, and then bow. Inhale, roll up. So simple, onto the other side. Reach up tall, empty out and fold. Pull your body to a halfway lift. And then sit to chair pose. Bring the right hand in, right arm right between the knees. My right knee is going forward now, so pull back. As soon as my arm goes through the knees, my hips are off kilter, so I'm going to pull my right knee back. If I feel any pain in my SI joints, it's okay if you want your knees to be a little off kilter. You have to think about what is happening in your bodies. You don't want to have all those little areas pulling and tugging. So now when I'm in here, I'm going to reach my left arm out and up. I'm going to drop my left hip down. It is so awkward, I know. You could stay here. And then rise up tall. Hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. And this time, we're going to step the right foot back to kneeling lunge. Rise and reach high. And now slide in nice and deep. You want to get into those hip flexors here. As you slide in, but you don't want to collapse in. You want to guide and glide and slide in, but lift up through the pelvic floor. Lift up through your hip bones, lift up to the crown of the head. And then I want to rise up and bring my knee right above my ankle. I want to feel my hips vicing in. I want to feel if my left hip is going up, I want to scoot it down and feel that my hips are corn cupped right in that spot. To activate and keep this foundation on the floor, not only am I activating my quadriceps, but I'm activating and keeping my femur bone pulling towards my hip, and I'm using my core strength. So reach my hands out, I come into my twist. As I gaze back at the left thumb, I want to maybe just try to reach the right hip up, pull the left hip down and squeeze it in. Once you find yourself steady there, you want to explore and breathe in nice and long, soft in the belly. Exhale, twist more. Bring both hands back. Bring the right hand down underneath the shoulder. Turn the back toes under, and then come into a twist once more. As my hand reaches up, my hip's going to rise up, so pull the hip down and squeeze it in. My hip's going to rise up again, right? Pull the hip down and squeeze it into the center. Not as forceful as I just did, but just so you can see. My left heel is pushing, my right heel is pushing back as my left inner thigh is reaching forward. Now breathe in and create some softness in your belly. And see if you can churn and turn open a little bit more. Bring both hands to the floor. You're going to press back into that three-leg dog once more. Reach that leg up high. Then step it forward into Warrior Two. Now when you come into Warrior Two, you can get both of your heels on the same side of the mat so that you can see that your legs are in alignment. I'm going to switch sides over here so that you can see me. My back foot is going in as anatomically as my body can. I'm sliding forward, keeping my knee. The more I push down into the big toe mound, the foot is steady, foundation strong. I'm going to point the knee to the pinky toe. Yeah. I'm going to slide in, lift your hip bones up. Or even here, notice your hips. I see a lot of this. And I say, hey, get the attitude out of that back hip. Drop the attitude of that back hip to where your body feels comfortable. And then from there, you want to find what we call Shira Sukha. So you're going to find this Shira, this foundation, this strength pressing down, and this Sukha, the breath swirling around. You're going to reverse this warrior back. And then you're going to come into side angle. Bring that left arm down onto left thigh. Take this right hand, grab your rib cage. Breathe into your hand. Roll your rib cage open as you lean back, keeping the lunge in your legs. Turn on the back foot. Feel the heels press down. Feel the crown of the head lengthen forward. Feel your body open. Now the more you twist open, the more I need you to feel your foundation of the left quad, the femur bone, like your thigh connecting to the hip. Keep it simple, right? And then slowly you can reach that arm up. Relax your head. Rise up tall. Bring your feet in. Reach back. And then bow forward nice and slow. Bring your hands to the floor. And this time when you walk over, I'm going to hold my left hand onto, well actually bring my left hand onto my right ankle. So I'm the same way as you. I'm going to bring my left hand to the right ankle, and then I'm going to reach the right arm up high. Now the more I'm using my left hand on that right ankle to pull, the more I want to keep my hips steady. So my left hip is down, my right hip is up. So push the right hip down. There you go. Always take some time to feel. And then slowly switch sides. Now as soon as you go there, the left hip pops up, so drop the left hip down. Use this hand to help guide you. Pull, or maybe not pull. When you come back down to the floor, you're going to look towards the front of the mat. You're going to put your hands on the blocks, and we're just going to transition out by coming into standing split. You're going to slowly release. You're going to rise up to stand. And bring your hands to heart center. As you're standing on your right leg, you're going to bring your left knee up. Now as soon as that left knee comes up, do you notice your left hip hikes up, hikes up? It just happens, right? Try to guide that left hip crease down. And how am I keeping my balance? I'm squeezing my inner thighs towards each other. Now bring your right hand across the left thigh. And take your left hand and reach it back. Keep dropping the left hip down. Lose my balance a little bit, there we go. And then gaze back at the thumb. The more I gaze back, the more I'm rooting down through my right heel. Driving and sliding the left hip down, reaching up through my sternum. And then come back center and switch sides. Beautiful. Switch sides, bring the right knee up. Pause here, feel the right hip drop down. Reach your arms up high. Bring the left hand across the right thigh and twist. Keep this integration of the core squeezing in. These thighs squeezing towards each other. Lift up to the hip bones. Last but not least, gaze back at your thumb. Come back center. Feet down. Hands to heart. And then come on down to the floor. As you come down to the floor, I want you to bring your right leg straight forward and your left foot. Bring both feet forward for a moment. Feel that. Feel your hips on the floor. Now keep that and slide the left foot forward. Now keep that. Now and bring the left hand behind you. Now when I start to twist, and I twist over to my right side, immediately my right hip starts to pull back. Feel it, just feel it, the right hip pulling back. You can actually keep your hand on the knee. The right hip's pulling back. Okay. Now bring that arm and scoot it around you. I'm going to turn around this way so you can see. My right hip's pulling back. It actually feels comfortable. It feels actually really comfortable. I'm very, very tight in that area. I've had back surgery many years ago and practicing yoga for all these years. My SI joints, my sacroiliac joints, sometimes they go out of placement. There's not a lot of placement to happen in them, so it doesn't take much. So while I'm in this position, I'm going to take my right hip and start pulling it forward, pulling it forward. And as I'm pulling my right hip forward, that's where I start to feel a little too much tightness. I'm okay with that right now though, because we just did the practice. But if I'm having difficult days, I'm gonna notice that and I'm gonna let my hip be open. Notice my arm is around it, it's nice and cuddly that way. Now if you bring your arm all the way across, notice my right hip goes way back. Because this is what I'll see in yoga students. So like they're going forward, hips back. But notice when you lift up and not just scoot in, so I'm turning and turning my hip in, it's still a little difficult for me because do you see how much pressure I'm putting on my left arm to stay up there? So today, just because I got off the spin bike, you can't see it, it's over there, my hips are a little tight. It's a little tight. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, as my mother would say. Whew, switch sides. And also, because I was just really working my hips and moving during that spin practice, I don't want to twist them too much. I don't want to twist them. I don't want to feel like this feels good here now, and then later on, I'll be lying on the couch. You ever have that? You lie on the couch and you get up and you're like, you're frozen. It's like a spasm. So mostly people that are very, very flexible, very long time yoga practitioners or teachers. So I'm gonna bring my hand back here. I'm gonna grab hold, I'm gonna hug, hug, hug. Oh, look, it's twisting. Oh, it feels so good. It feels good like that, right? But now I need to challenge myself. I'm gonna start pulling forward. And then, oh, this side's a little bit different. See, each side is a little bit more space, a little bit more space. So I'm not necessarily going crazy on this back arm here, but I am using it as extra spine. I'm lengthening up, coming over, beautiful. Yeah, excellent. Come back forward, reach your legs forward. I'm gonna put a block underneath my knees or a pillow. I'm gonna reach my arms up. And I'm gonna lean forward with my chest. Again, hips back. So hip creases back, chest forward, chest forward. Oh, this feels nice. And then I'm just gonna bow. Come back up. Have you come down onto your backs and come into happy baby pose. And straighten one leg, straighten the other. Kind of like it without the music. Especially with everything going on in the world right now, it's like nice to have silence. Although I hear the lawnmower, Michael might drive by in a moment. Bring your legs up. Okay. I want to bring my SI joints back kind of where I would like them to be. This is my favorite thing to do. I'm going to bring my knee up and over my left knee, knee over knee. I'm going to reach down for my feet. I'm going to pull a little bit. Don't pull too much, less is more. How about you just hold your feet and you stay for a moment more? My hips aren't level. My right hip right here is jacking up. It's all right. You can kind of slide your right hip down a little bit. Feel that. Feel the pull of the feet away. And then switch sides. Switch sides. So, I know we did twists, we didn't do hip openers. However, we we don't want to pull ourselves out. So again, my right side is tight, so my right foot's over here. So this one side's a little harder. If you do a big hip opener class, you want to give yourself some time to close your hips at the end of your practice. You open them up, close the barn door. So there you go. Okay, bring those feet down. Bring your fingers to your heels, and let's rise up in a bridge pose. It's a little bit longer today, a little longer practice. These are just short practices. Add them to what you're doing at home for your workouts. I can't say enough. I'm really fortunate that SoFit Cycle rented us a spin bike. It's used 3 times a day, all of us taking turns, and then slowly lower down. Open your feet wide. You guys know I love to do somatic. Let's just do a couple of these, and know that if you're lying down and you're watching TV, please add these in. So my arms are out wide, and I'm just going to let my knees fold up and over the left. Now when my knees fold to the left, I feel this really yummy, yummy, yummy stretch going right through the psoas. It's like it goes down over here in your hip flexors, crosses around, and goes up behind the ribs. Oh, you stretch through there, you actually even breathe better. So you leave yoga, you're like, oh my God, I could breathe so much better. Well, you know. And now come back over to the left again, but this time push down with the big toe mounds. So see how I'm lifting that right hip up? Push down with that right big toe, lift the right hip up, and exhale, relax, and then up and over, switch sides. Okay. Now, that feels really good. Please do more of those, but here I'm just going to have you guys come and just completely relax down into Shavasana. Can you stay here for 5 minutes? Otherwise, come up to sit. You need to sit on something, grab a block or a blanket. It feels nice to prop yourself up. As soon as I sat on here, I just felt a lot more space. I love this little guy. Yeah. Oh. Roll your shoulders back. Bring your chin in. Lift your chin up. Bring your chin in. Keep your chin in and roll it over towards the right. Take your left hand and stretch it down towards the mat. Roll your head forward. Switch sides. Come back forward. And give yourself a helping hand. Place your hand and lift, 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 lift. Bring your hands to your heart center. Something was said to me earlier, and it's resonating with me, and it's important, so I want to share it with you guys. Do something today that makes you proud of yourself tomorrow. And we say that all the time, right? Oh, at a workout class, do this today.